Next, a charity which supplies donated breast milk to hospitals to help feed premature babies is appealing for more breastfeeding mums to become donors.
The Human Milk Foundation says demand has risen by more than 100% in the last year, partly due to new medical guidance recommending its use and research showing its positive wellbeing effect on families.
The charity says it now needs to increase stocks at its Heart Milk Bank significantly to keep up with the rising demand. Emily Knight reports.
Ruth banners over, having some family playtime at home in Rotherham with 2-year-old daughter Edith. Ruth decided to become a milk donor after Edith turned 1. She had more milk than she needed and wanted to help other families.
It means a lot to me to be able to help these babies, because I know that, especially for babies who are born early or babies that are very small, breast milk can really help at the start of their life to put them on the right track. It was important for me because I felt such a strong bond with my daughter. I can only imagine how it might feel for parents of babies that are in need of donor breast milk.
2 litres of donor breast milk is being collected by the charity Blood Bikes. These volunteer riders are more known for delivering blood products, but they also regularly deliver donor breast milk. They're on call outside of NHS daytime operating hours, ready to pick up donor milk and take it to be stored safely. So once the donor milk arrives at one of a network of milk hubs like this one, it's stored in a freezer. It's then ready to be taken to a centralised milk bank where it's pasteurised and tested. It's then brought back to the milk hub, ready to be stored once again in a freezer, to be then sent out to hospitals.
And when mums are not able to express their own breast milk, then using donor breast milk allows them to be able to provide their baby with the protective factors that breast milk can give to premature babies, and allow mum time without the stress and the worry that she's not managing to provide for her baby.
It's this stress and worry that Nasari John has seen herself while expressing milk for her baby son Emmanuel in hospital.
I have met other mums when in hospital who didn't have milk, and they felt quite down with that and they wanted to use the donor milk. If there is an option, I would like to donate the milk.
And the milk on offer has been vital for first-time mum Chloe Barker. The early arrival of baby Nova meant Chloe's breast milk wasn't ready, so she was given the option of donor milk until she was able to express her own.
The first couple of days that she was here, obviously my milk wasn't in because she was so early, so we opted to have the donor breast milk instead of the formula.
An option that Chloe says was amazing in those first few days after Nova's birth. She's now just a few weeks old and feeding well, and Chloe is enjoying precious cuddle time whenever she can. Emily Knight, ITV News.
Well, earlier I spoke to Gillian Weaver from the Human Milk Foundation, and I started by asking her how well milk bank services and supplies were covered across the Calendar region.
They're pretty well supplied, Ian, but the demand for donor milk has gone up, and because of that, more donors are always needed.
And I know that some people watching may have a few safety concerns about all of this, the idea of donated breast milk. What would you say to reassure them?
Well, firstly, I'd say I think that's a perfectly normal reaction. And secondly, that there are lots of safety checks in place within the milk banking operation. So first and foremost, donors, when they're recruited, are very carefully vetted and screened, including being screened with blood tests, very similar to anyone becoming a blood donor. And then in addition to that, the milk is all heat treated, it's tested microbiologically both before and after pasteurisation. So there's lots of safety. And safety, of course, is paramount because by and large, donor milk is being fed to very tiny and very sick babies. Although at the Hearts Milk Bank, we do also have this community programme for babies at home.
If someone watching is interested in becoming a donor, what would you say to them about the process and what's involved?
Well, it's very straightforward. If you have surplus milk, if you know that your baby's growing well and you've got spare milk and you're interested in finding out more, if you just email the Hearts Milk Bank, which is hearts as in a beating heart, so hearts so info@heartsmilkbank.org, and include your telephone number and your name, and somebody will get back to you. They'll ask you the relevant questions and they'll put you in touch with your nearest milk bank.
Thank you very much indeed, Gillian Weaver, for joining us. Thank you.
My pleasure.